was a thief, and you won't understand the cause of your grief, but you'll always follow the voices beneath. Guileless son, your spirit will hate her, the flower who married my brother, the traitor, and you will expose his puppet behavior, for you are the proof of how we betrayed her loyalty. Hush, child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Child, the darkness will rise from the deep and carry you down to sleep. Guileless son, each day you grow older, each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. For the child of my body, the flesh of my soul, will die in returning the birthright he stole.
Alrighty there, hello, and good evening. We are getting started here tonight. Nice and early tonight. Plenty of time tonight. We are back here. It's just been a couple days since we last fought Raphael, Baldur's Gate 3. It is Magnificent Monday. Good evening. Good to see you today. I want to get started. We'll look at a couple books. I did finish reading Last One Flowers for Algernon. That was, the end of the current era of books, but today I have a couple others here. Got the score, the final score by Don Winslow and Robert E. Howard, The Bloody Crown of Conan. So maybe we'll take a look at the first chapter of each of those tonight. It's been a while since we had our readings, our playlist. Took a good break for it while we do have, lots of adventures to get to, many other replays, other things, and new adventures to get to. I think I'll experiment with that other external hard drive soon. We'll make some more storage space so we don't have to install things like Red Dead and such. We'll check that out, but excited to get to some of that for sure. Just make a quick little Instagram story here. Kind of hard to put them side by side, but that's just the way it is. For our books here today, I'll just do a quick link and we'll be set for plugging for the rest of the night. Probably take intermission here later in a few hours. Back from work today, I've been extremely sore, very tired, very busy. It was also pretty hot, summertime, warming up, but it's looking good. 86 degrees now, it's cooled down a few degrees, it was already in the 90s earlier. But I hope you're doing well. Caught up on Euphoria, I think it's season 3, episode 5 out last night. Pretty good stuff. Magnificent Monday, we do begin. We're looking good. Post a little link there. That'll be good for our live announcement today. Based on the Ace the Sly Instagram. So yeah, we'll decide which one to read first. I bought the Conan one first, and was fortunate to see the more recent final score release. So we'll check them both out. This has less illustrations than the graphic novel for one. That I have all the graphic novels recently. The Bound in Blackstone, other series there that I've been looking at. I'll probably do a mobile stream, show you those at some point. But this one might be fun to read on stream. It's some illustrations, but I don't think super illustrated. You can take a look. There's a few every few pages. It's not like it's every single page. It's not the entire comic, entire graphic novel. Just reading the captions would make much sense. This is very much more of a novel style with occasional illustration. So that'll be great for a stream here. Add to our playlist. However well those are received in the past. You can always look forward to them. Hopefully getting more enjoyment, more attention in the future, refining them, improving them. Other read-throughs, I think it's gone better since we started. The more recent ones like Dune and Flowers for Algernon is better than our original Jurassic Park and Congo, stuff like that. So we shall see. But Magnificent Monday has officially begun. And we're looking fine for now. We'll also at some point get back to what I didn't finish, the Hellblade Instagram contest I won for Melina Jurgensen, signing her Hellblade Senua portrait, and Parasala Death Squad sent me their nice poetry book here titled Deeper and Deeper. So you want to finish that at some point. I meant to on Streamiversary, but got a little sidetracked, many other adventures, many other things going on that day. So I didn't quite get to it then, but we'll look forward to that at some point as well. I just want to let you know I'm still thinking of it. Tip jar is spinning along fine. I see they're spinning and spinning. But anyway, we're looking good for tonight. We shall see where the evening takes us. Look forward to chat with you soon. Let's get a quick little stream test. Make sure we are steady, stable, clear, looking good, sounding good, all that good stuff. Good place to be here on Twitch TV. Played some good Fortnite lately. I will show you a couple replays since it's not about to be outdated. For as you know, tonight we'll get to that. Probably first adventure tonight. See what other adventures tonight, but since it's not about to be outdated, for as you know, tonight we'll get to that. Testing here. See what other adventures tonight, but really like the energy levels, the sound. It really sounds a lot different than what I think I'm sounding like, Isn't that strange? Like you think you sound a certain way and it's completely different when you hear yourself? That is really strange lately. Sounds a lot different than what I think I'm sounding like. Isn't that strange? Like you think you sound a certain way and it's completely different when you hear yourself? That is really strange. Well, I tend to overthink things, overcomplicate things, fracture them. My OCD mind. Some of the time. It's good and a bad thing, It's a blessing and a curse. Indeed. But anyway, let's move on here. Do a quick little email. I got other music and such anyway, so use some good soundtracks for the light. See, 4,370 hours stream avatars. I haven't had that like in year 2 or year 3 of the stream. First I did stream avatars for the first time. So that's been exciting. Got the nice ladybug feature today. Finishing our Baldur's Gate 3 current playthrough. That would be lovely. Back to Chivalry soon. I have been thinking of Chivalry. I'll show you the couple Fortnite replays. Mainly just a good reload win last night, couple blitz wins, but yeah, the reload win was very exciting. Last night it would just string together several kills. And I actually did get several really good kills on regular ranked battle royale as elite. I got a champion other ones. I killed like 3 or 4 towards the end. I got number 3 position, ended up getting sprayed down, but number 3 position is pretty dang good in regular ranked battle royale. 0 build, so I'll show that later. Also got the new slime dog. I'm excited to show you the dog for sure. It's a good dog. So show that later. It's got the slime dog. I'm excited to show you the dog for sure. Alright, good 720p quality. After 5 years, we finally got that. Frame drop is stable. You get a team level for improving it after spending more time on the phone with them. Steam replay of last year. 626 sessions. Not a bad gamer record. Not bad at all. 364 achievements. That's almost one achievement for every day of the year. 26 new games. That's pretty good too, actually. Not sure what those games were. Take another look at this. I'm just kind of curious, you know. Oh yeah, Vampire. Swordplay Lovecraft. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, just looking at a few things. Good progress and such. Some pretty good things. Yeah, I'll be back to The Witcher eventually. It was fun to finish first playthrough all the DLCs. Definitely. Witcher 3 is definitely one of the best. Yep. What's that noise? Alright. Playtime by month is interesting. Looks like August. What a Baldur's Gate. Oh, yeah, demos. There we go. Some good demos, actually. Yeah, those are some solid demos there. Look at those. 33-day streak. That's pretty good, too. Considering how busy I've been lately. Nothing even close to that this year. Oh, man. It's definitely not going to be as impressive numbers this year. But, you know, that's just Steam. Huh. Some pretty cool ones. Yeah, a few we finished. You know, it's nice to actually finish some. A few titles. I was hoping to see the new games I played, but I guess that didn't directly show up there. Anyway, looking fine. Let's that little music going. Alright, quick email just to invite other people to the show. Let's pass that along a couple people, just a couple people. Turn on my mix, I guess. These are mostly from my friend's account, but gotta have Conan for Conan, right? Some of it. It's not the same style, though. Literally the same, like, copyrighted title for his name, isn't it? Interesting. The same font, same lettering. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll get back to Jotun Slayer soon. I've been fun with it lately. It's been a lot more fun than it originally was, so that's great to improve on it, you know. Alright, quick couple emails here. And then we'll move on. Alrighty. Emails have been sent. Let's get started. Bloody Crown of Conan. Take a little look at it here. And we shall see how our initial impressions are. Let's check it out. The crossroads. Better for the Dragonstone. Yeah, I think Dragonstone. We found out we'll do a different one for the final score. We'll see. Should be fine. Pretty much fine. Okay, it's been quite a while. Our readings. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, been quite a while for this, to be sure. Several months. We left off, of course, with Flowers for Algernon and I'll Paint Your Wagon. That was the script. And Paint Your Wagon read a little in points of being earnest, but my lines are so quick it wasn't really worth elaborating too much on that. So that was the novel reading, script reading. There's another one here. We've got some other ones. We do locate these. Yeah, alternate reading we had here. Coming up. Romeo and Juliet. Both are scripts, yeah. Both of those are scripts. That's funny. Just what we were reading at the time, you know. Yeah, that's a while back, you know, both of those. Over a year now. So that's what we finished them. Performed them. Well, Paint Your Wagon will be in July, so not quite a year for that, actually. Musicals. Have any others there? Readings? Does it look like it? Let me see. Sword and Sorcery. Atlantean Sword. That's pretty similar to Conan, actually. Okay, so there's a couple reading. I guess we just use those. We don't really need more, do we? Nah, come on. That's plenty there. So, we'll start off, pink one. Not sure why I made it pink, but I can just change the color. It's no big deal. Conan should probably not be pink, though. He's not much of a fairy princess. Barbarian, thief, king, reaver. Absolute. Heroic savage. So, let me see. Alternate reading. Yeah, right, is good for the Bloody Crown of Conan, whether we read the whole thing or not. That's better, huh? Reading the Bloody Crown of Conan. That's better. Yeah, I guess the top is easier, right? It's so long, might as well. Alright, well, with that, let's get started. Take an initial look here, a couple things. Funny thing is, we got Stephen King on both of these. He really likes to forward books. Let me see when this one was published, but that is funny. Yeah, Stephen King literally doing the little preface, little word for both of those. So I guess you know something in common with them both after all. Yeah, let's take a look at the published date, because that is a funny coincidence. There's a lot of other words, you know. Pulp adventure. Nice line here, things, classical things. Illustrations. Okay, this one copyright 2003. So this one 2003. I got Stephen King 23 years ago. That's hilarious, honestly. don't know what to think about that. It's just like, wow. Odd and common, you know. But, you know, he's quite the prolific writer. It's nice of him to show up. It's on as well. This one, 2025, just last year. So, yeah, freaking 22 years apart. He writes the preface both of these. So, just while we're on the subject of Stephen King, a lot of good movies and such too, of course. For final score, he wrote, "The best crime fiction I've read in 20 years." Speaking of years, so that's Stephen King, said that. Then we have Bloody Crown of Conan. Stephen King says, "Stories such as The People of the Black Circle glow with the fierce and eldritch light of Howard's frenzied intensity." How about that, you know? Stephen King preface for them both. That's just funny to me, you know? I gotta take a picture of that or something. It's really quite funny. That is too funny there. Honestly. There's more coming. Yeah, that is a funny coincidence for sure. Alright. Looking good. Let's begin. Some more of Conan. So show you those initial pictures. There's more praise for Robert Howard. Like, literally the same format, a lot of these books. Maybe it's like the same publishing company or something. I don't know. But anyway, let's start with The Bloody Crown of Conan. Read it for you right here. Make sure one more time the music isn't too loud. You can hear me clearly good. You at the 26-minute mark, we shall begin. Read it for you right here. Make sure one more time the music isn't too loud. You can hear me clearly good. You at the 26-minute mark, we shall begin. Yeah, I think the music, nice accompaniment in the background. I used to show the music directly as well. I feel like if that's really like appropriate for the current context, yeah, but you know, it's kind of the same thing here in the Chillstone. Leave more to the imagination, right? That's fine. Very good. Alright. Looking good. Let us begin. We've got... Yeah, I think it's more like short stories too, and the other one as well. Some of them are like necessarily straight novels. They include like a lot of novels, but they're more like a collection of stories, I think. So it'll tie together, you know, it'll be interesting. Hour of the Dragon. Oh, you know, enjoy some anyway tonight. Plates. Plates, that's like the big pictures, I think. Yeah. Okay, we got the foreword. Talking about his history. Conan the Adventure by Gary Gianni, 2003. Thrill the reader. There's the introduction. His friend H.P. Lovecraft, yeah, I was looking at that. He wrote letters to him and such. No, it's good. Write all the Lovecraft stuff too, so that's pretty interesting. All the connections, a lot of these things. It's a small world, I guess. A lot of similar feelings, similar ideas. Orient Age. Alright, got Rusty Burke, another one, 2003. We start off with the People of the Black Circle. Chapter 1, Death Strikes a Cave. Part 1. Start off with that. Looking good, sounding good. Should be most excellent. Got our avatars, voice mod, and stickers looking great. Even mobile version, I can see them, which is fantastic, of course. Gotta love that it works so well. Definitely.
Incoming lizard.
A lizard from my phone, for example. So it works. Everything works as intended. Isn't that great? The king of Vindia was dying. Through the hot, stifling night, the temple gongs boomed and the conches roared. Their clamor was a faint echo in the gold-domed chamber where Bunda Chan struggled on the velvet-cushioned dais. Beads of sweat glistening on his dark skin, his fingers twisted the gold-worked fabric beneath him. He was young, no spear had touched him, no poison lurked in his wine. But his veins stood out like blue cords on his temples, and his eyes dilated with the nearness of death. Trembling slave girls knelt before him at the foot of the dais, and leaning down to him, watching him with passionate intensity, was his sister, the Diva Yasmina. With her was the Wazam, a noble grown old in the royal court. She threw up her head in a gusty gesture of wrath and despair as the thunder of the distant drums reached her ears. "The priests and their clamor," she exclaimed. "They are no wiser than the leeches who are helpless. Nay, he dies and none can say why. He is dying now, and I stand here helpless. Who would burn the whole city and spill the blood of thousands to save him? Not a man of Ayoda but would die in his place, if it might be, Devi," answered the Wazam. "This poison, I tell you it is not poison," she cried. "Since his birth he has been guarded so closely that the cleverest poisoners of the East could not reach him. 5 skulls bleaching on the tower of the kites can testify to attempts which were made and which failed. As you well know, there are 10 men and 10 women whose sole duty is to taste his food and wine, and 50 armed warriors guard his chamber as they guard it now. No, it is not poison, it is sorcery, black, ghastly magic." She ceased as the king spoke. His livid lips did not move, and there was no recognition in his glassy eyes. But his voice rose in an eerie call, indistinct and far away, as if he called to her from beyond vast, wind-blown gulfs. "Yasmina, Yasmina, my sister, where are you? I cannot find you. All is darkness and the roaring of great winds." "Brother," cried Yasmina, catching his limp hand in a convulsive grasp, "I am here. Do you not know me?" Her voice died at the utter vacancy of his face. A low, confused moaning waned from his mouth. The slave girls at the foot of the dais whimpered with fear, and Yasmina beat her breast in her anguish. In another part of the city, a man stood in a latticed balcony overlooking a long street in which torches tossed luridly, smokily revealing upturned dark faces and the whites of the gleaming eyes. A long-drawn wailing rose from the multitude. The man shrugged his broad shoulders and turned back into the arabesque chamber. He was a tall man, compactly built and richly clad. "The king is not yet dead, but the dirge is sounded," he said to another man who sat cross-legged on a mat in a corner. This man was clad in a brown camel hair robe and sandals, and a green turban was on his head. His expression was tranquil, his gaze impersonal. "The people know he will never see another dawn," this man answered. The first speaker favored him with a long, searching stare. "What I cannot understand," he said, "is why I have had to wait so long for your masters to strike. If they have slain the king now, why could they not have slain him months ago? Even the arts you call sorcery are governed by cosmic laws," answered the man in the green turban. "The stars direct these actions, as in other affairs. Not even my masters can alter the stars. Not even until the heavens were in the proper order could they perform this necromancy." With a long, stained fingernail, he mapped the constellations on the marble-tiled floor. The slant of the moon presaged evil for the king of India. The stars are in turmoil, the serpent in the house of the elephant. During such juxtaposition, the invisible guardians are removed from the spirit of Bunda Chand. A path is opened in the unseen realms, and once a point of contact was established, mighty powers were put in play along that path. Along that path. "Point of contact?" inquired the other. "Do you mean that lock of Bunda Chand's hair?" "Yes. All discarded portions of the human body still remain part of it, attached to it by intangible connections. The priests of Asura have a dim inkling of this truth, and so all nail trimmings, hair, and other waste products of the persons of the royal family are carefully reduced to ashes, and the ashes hidden. But at the urgent entreaty of the princess of Kosala, who loved Bunda Chand vainly, he gave her a lock of his long black hair as a token of remembrance. When my master decided upon his doom, the lock, in its golden jewel-crusted case, was stolen from under her pillow while she slept, and another substituted, so like the first that she never knew the difference. Then the genuine lock traveled by camel caravan up the long, long road to Peshkori, thence up the Zabar Pass until it reached the hands of those for whom it was intended. "Only a lock of hair," murmured the nobleman. "By which a soul is drawn from its body and across gulfs of echoing space," returned the man on the mat. The nobleman studied him curiously. "I do not know if you are a man or a demon, Khemsa," he said at last. "Few of us are what we seem. I, whom the Kshatriyas know as Karam Shah, a prince from Iranistan, am no greater a masquerader than most men. They are all traitors in one way or another, and half of them know not whom they serve. There at least I have no doubts, for I serve King Yezdegerd of Turan." "And I, the Black Seer of Yimsha," said Khemsa, "and my masters are greater than yours, for they have accomplished by their arts what Yezdegerd could not wish 100,000 words. Swords. Outside, the moan of the tortured thousands shuddered up to the stars, which crusted the sweating Vindayan night, and the conches bellowed like oxen in pain. In the garden of the palace, the torches glinted on polished helmets and curved swords and gold-chased corselets. All the noble-born fighting men of Oyadya were gathered in the great palace or about it, and at each broad arch gate and door 50 archers stood on guard, with bows in their hands. But death stalked through the royal palace, and none could stay his ghostly tread. On the days under the golden dome, the king cried out again, racked by awful paroxysms. Again his voice came faintly and far away, and again the Devi bent to him, trembling with a fear that was darker than the terror of death. Yasmina! Again that far, weirdly drearing cry from realms immeasurable. Aid me! I am far from my mortal house. Wizards have drawn my soul through the wind-blown darkness. They seek to snap the silver cord that binds me to my dying body. They cluster around me. Their hands are taloned. Their eyes are red like flame burning in darkness. Save me, my sister. Their fingers sear me like fire. They would slay my body and damn my soul. What is this they bring before me? At the terror in his hopeless cry, Yasmina screamed uncontrollably and threw herself bodily upon him in the abandon of her anguish. He was torn by a terrible convulsion. Foam flew from his contorted lips, and his writhing fingers left their marks on the girl's shoulders. But the glassy blankness passed from his eyes like smoke blown from a fire, and he looked up at his sister with recognition. "Brother," she sobbed, "brother!" "Swift!" he gasped, and his weakening voice was rational. "I know not what brings me to the pyre. I have been on a far journey, and I understand. I have been ensorcelled by the wizards of Himelians. They drew my soul out of my body and far away into a stone room. There they strove to break the silver cord of life, and thrust my soul into the body of a foul night weird. Their sorcery summoned up from hell. I feel their pull upon me now. Your cry and the grip of your fingers brought me back, but I am going fast. My soul clings to my body, but its hold weakens. Quick, kill me, before they can trap my soul forever." "I cannot," she wailed, smiting her naked breasts. "Swiftly, I command you!" There was the old imperious note in his failing whisper. "You have never disobeyed me. Obey my last command. Send my soul clean to Asura. Haste! Let you dare me to spend eternity as a filthy gaunt of darkness. Strike! I command you! Strike!" Sobbing wildly, Yasmina plucked a jeweled dagger from her girdle and plunged it to the hilt in his breast. He sniffened and then went limp, a grim smile curving his dead lips. Yasmina hurled herself face down on the rush-covered floor, beating the reeds with her clenched hands. Outside, the gongs and conches brayed and thundered, and the priests gashed themselves with copper knives. We've got a couple illustrations here. Reaper there, up here. Those being the Reaper with the big curved sword, spear, shield, armor, warriors, guards, and the other one is the bedroom with nobleman, feathered hat, wardrobe, other various objects on a table, lots of scrolls, other papers on it. Well, that is the first part, so I guess we could leave it there, pick it up soon. In one moment, I actually need to find a bookmark. Yeah, that's a good start to it, good little introduction. I look forward to the next chapter for sure. Definitely could keep reading if you want me to, but, might as well enjoy it, spread it out between streams, right? But I do enjoy it. It's good stuff. I hope you do too. Be right back. Alright, it was a good start to that for sure. Pretty interesting. Let's go on to our next one. To the next. Instead of Romeo and Juliet, we go to the final score. How about that? So make it easy here at the top. I have champions there still. That's alright, just a little thing. Okay, let's check out the final score. Nice. Pretty good music for it. Pretty good. Maybe not quite appropriate. That's for like, you know, a mystery novel, but it's at least somewhat in the right vein. This is the right genre, you know. That's fine. Alright, let's take a look at the final score. First chapter, however much. Number 1, internationally best-selling author, king of crime thrillers. Examination of the true price of power, betrayal, and survival. Check it out. Wish that his life will be full of wonderful stories. Very nice. To this I witness call the fools of time, which die for goodness, who have lived for crime. William Shakespeare's Sonnet 124. Alright, got contents, the foreword, final score, collision, and acknowledgements. And the foreword talks a bit about the style, poets, and the final score. Alright, let's get started. Yeah, I read some other similar one, which was The Border. Also have City in Ruins, but I think I was reading some of The Border more. I read a good bit of the start of that. That's okay. This one should be a different one, yeah. Let me make sure it is a different one for some reason. It looks very familiar than the other one. Nah, this must be a different one, yeah. Alright, take a look. Dialogue and such. John Highland is going to die in prison. He's been found guilty of armed robbery, in this case of an armored car. That's 25 years, federal time, which means he'll serve at least 85% of that sentence. 21 years. He's coming on 60 now, so he might get out when he's 80, or not. The judge will more likely hit him with the 3 strikes provision and put him away for the rest of his life. Out on bond until the sentencing in a month. Highland knows he's going to leave that hearing in bracelets and go straight inside and never come out. We know this for a fact, Highland tells Jamal. They're standing out on San Clemente Pier, and the sun is sparkling on the Pacific Ocean. So there are things I need to take care of. Jamal misunderstands him. Don't worry. When we find LeBlanc, we'll take care of him. LeBlanc was the getaway driver on the job that went south. The problem was that he got away by himself, leaving Highland at the scene, and then turned government witness. He's off in Utah, or Arizona, or somewhere. Selling timeshares, or aluminum siding, or what the fuck ever. Revenge is for screenwriters, Highland says. I have real concerns. Going to run? Jamal asks. Highland shakes his head. I put the equity on the house up for the bond. What's Jewel going to do? Live in the street? As it is, I don't know. She's going to pay the mortgage. how she's going to pay the mortgage, the taxes. In addition to the prison sentence, there'll also be a fine. It could be as much as $250,000. I feel bad for you, John. It's Jewel I'm worried about, Highland says. The life I've given her. The least I can do is see she gets to grow old in her own home. Maybe she meets some citizen, they take walks on the beach, play pickleball, go bird watching, I don't know. Even though it's Southern California and they're by the beach, Highland is wearing a gray linen suit and a white dress shirt. His one concession is the open collar with no tie. Reminds me of Michael from GTA. Yeah. It's a rule of his. Dress tight, work tight. Jamal is more casual in a short-sleeved teal polo shirt and khaki trousers. The shirt doesn't hide the little potbelly he's been developing the past few years. Unlike his old friend Highland, who hits the gym every morning like it's church. Jewel would never get with another guy, Jamal says. She should, Highland says. That 80-year bit I did, she stayed faithful. I told her she shouldn't. She should find someone while I was in. That's not Jewel. No, it isn't, Highland thinks. She's the best. They got married when they were kids, 19 years old, and she's stuck with him through all of it. He was hoping to take her to Paris for their 40th anniversary. Now that's not going to happen. All he can do for her now is make her secure. But most of his money is on vacation in Tahiti with his lawyers. The legal fees, the trial, the appeals, the bond, Highland's string is played out. He's delayed incarceration for as long as he could, and it's left him nearly broke. Now he needs money for the prison commissary account, which makes all the difference in the quality of life inside. Far more important, he needs enough money for Jewel to live comfortably. There's something else, too, if he's being honest with himself. And if there's any time for being honest with yourself, it's now, Highland thinks. He doesn't want to go out a loser. All his life it's been him against the world, and for the most part he's won, maybe the most successful high-level heist guy ever to play the game. Sure, he lost a couple, did his bits like a man, but for the most part, he scored the big money and walked away with it. At the end of the day, though, the world has beaten him, and he can't tolerate that. It's not enough to just pull off a score. He needs to pull off the score. So when he sits in the joint for the rest of his life, he does it as a legend. He knows that he's still himself. That the word can't beat John Highland. 3428, he says. What? Jamal asks. 3428, Highland repeats. I'm still not following. Highland says, Super Bowl 51, 17 minutes left in the game. The Patriots were down 28-3. Okay. Final score, Highland says, 34-28, Patriots. I have 17 minutes left, Highland thinks, and I'm down by a lot. But all that matters is the final score. Highland tells Jamal the target he wants to hit. Jamal just stares at him, then asks, Are you out of your fucking mind? There is a reason the castle has never been robbed. Because it can't be done, Jamal says. The aptly named casino is a fortress, sitting atop a hill in the middle of freaking nowhere, on a reservation out in the back country east of San Diego. It's unexpected, an hour and change by car from downtown, and you're driving past horse and cattle ranches, Native American reservations with hills and mountains as high as 6,000 feet. In the southernmost part of California, it can snow in the winter. Francis, love it. So why the hell would you have a casino out there? Because every year, drug users in the United States send something like $60 billion to the Mexican cartels in cash. More cash than the Mexican economy can absorb, so a lot of it comes right back to the States, and it all needs to be laundered. It gets invested in real estate, banks, hotels, restaurants, and casinos. A casino is a freaking laundromat. The process is simple. Drug money comes into the casino through the back door. The cartel sends people who bet at selected tables. These bettors win. They might lose a few hands or a few rolls for appearance sake, but overall they win the rigged games and they win big. They cash in the chips and get paid out in the drug money, which then goes back to its original owners clean. The casino keeps 6% for its troubles. The money from those 6 points doesn't show up anywhere. Not on the books, not on annual reports, and sure as shit, not on tax forms. So whether it's the 94% or the remaining 6, if it gets stolen, no one is going to report it to the police. It's the perfect score, except it can't be done. The first obstacle is the location, off a 2-lane blacktop that runs north-south, with an even narrower, winding 2-lane road that switchbanks up to the casino parking lot. So there's only one way, and more importantly, only one way out, which can easily be blocked with a single vehicle. The security cameras in the parking lot are perched high on metal poles, so they can't be manually disabled. Likewise, cameras are everywhere inside, including the closed-circuit television, eye-in-the-sky surveillance that is a feature of every casino, so that it can monitor dealers and players for cheating, or armed robbers bursting in. And forget about doing a Danny Ocean and taking out the power. The casino has redundant generators that turn on automatically in case of a power failure. You'd have to disable 3 separate systems with giant generators protected behind chain link fences topped with barbed wire. And of course, the casino has security guards, some of them armed with handguns. What about the vault? Jamal asks. There are 2 of them, Highland explains, one for the casino's legitimate cash, the other in a bank security room for the dirty money. Both modular, specifically built for the casino, heavy steel inside, reinforced concrete, heavy-duty locks, motion sensors, biometric scanners on the combination dials that only open to authorized fingerprints, retinal scanners, to even get into the vault room. Forget about the vault, Highland says. Once the money gets into the vault room, it's too late. So they have to hit it on the way in. The cartel doesn't use armored cars to bring the cash in because it doesn't want the attention. Instead, it uses food delivery trucks and brings the cash in through the kitchen. The lettuce comes in with the lettuce, Jamal says. Highland doesn't smile. He's pulled off the 2-lane blacktop a mile from the casino. They don't go to the casino itself because it has NORA, non-obvious relationship analysis, facial recognition technology that would pick them up and run a background check, alerting security to the presence of 2 high-level hold-up men. The cartel does dummy runs, Highland explains. Some of the trucks have cash, others don't. They vary times and routes. Sometimes they come up through the San Ysidro border crossing, other times through Tecate. It's random, Jamal says. Nothing is random, says Highland. The cartel people track the vehicle from the moment it leaves Mexico. They mix the crews on the trucks so they don't know or trust one another enough to pull it rip. And they all have families in Mexico who are basically hostages. The man riding shotgun is authorized to blow the driver's head off if he looks like he's going rogue. The guards are locked in the cargo compartment from the outside, and only the contact in the casino has the combination to open the door. The door is also locked from the inside. When the truck arrives, the head guard inside the cargo compartment gets a text with a code. So does the guy at the casino. The casino guy has to give the correct code or the door doesn't open, and the truck turns around and leaves. So you're waiting for them, Jamal says. Move in fast and blow the door open. Highland shakes his head. The guards have automatic weapons, and they'll shoot it out to protect the money and their families. I don't want a bloodbath. I have enough guilt to die with as it is, he thinks. Moreover, the cartel uses a follow car an SUV loaded with gunmen that stays a few car lengths behind the truck and closes in as it drives up the switch back to the casino. If you hit the delivery truck when it pulls up to the casino, you'd just be gunned down from behind. No weaknesses, Jamal says. There are always weaknesses, Highland thinks. The cartel creates the first one itself by tracking the truck. First, it tracks only the trucks carrying the money, not the decoys. So if you can hack the tracking system, you know which truck has the cash. Second, if you do hack that system, you know exactly when the truck is coming. So what? Jamal asks. So you know which truck has money and when it's coming? You still can't take it down. We're not going to hit the truck, Highland says. We're not hitting the vault and we're not hitting the truck, Jamal says. What the hell are we going to hit? Highland is a reader. He picked up the habit on his second stretch, becoming a denizen of the prison library. He mostly reads history, specifically military history. More specifically, the history of World War II. Highland devoured every book on the subject in the library, and when he finished, he started over and read them again. When he got out, he bought books and stocked his home bookshelves. Ask Highland any question about World War II, and he could answer you. Except he won't. Highland believes that knowledge should be closely held, that until necessary, you shouldn't let people know what you know. But in this case, he thinks it's necessary. Do you know why, he asked Jamal, German U-boats were so successful? No, Jamal says. For some imponderable reason I don't. Because they preyed on shipping lanes, Highland says. He goes on to explain that convoys carrying vital military supplies from the U.S. to England didn't just sail all over the Atlantic, but used relatively narrow shipping lanes determined by currents and weather. So the German submarines sat in the shipping lanes and picked them off. You're saying that the casino money goes through a shipping lane, Jamal says. The food deliveries go into the kitchen. Sure. From the kitchen, they can't just walk cartons of cash disguised as food across the casino floor without raising ugly questions. Highland says, there's a back corridor that runs from the kitchen to the secret vault room, and you're the U-boat waiting in the corridor, which raises more questions than answers, Jamal thinks. How do you get into the corridor? More importantly, how do you get out? There's another vital question. Where did you get all this information? Jamal asks. Who do you have on the inside? You don't need to know that, Highland says, until you tell me that you're in. If I'm going to risk my ass on a final score, Jamal says, I need to know now. Call it part of my decision-making process. Who is it? Summer Redbird finally walks out of the casino to her car, a black Mercedes S-Class, in the employee parking lot. It has been a long day, starting with a meeting at 9 in the morning, and it's now 11:30 at night. But that's a typical day for Summer. As the executive casino manager, she's responsible for virtually everything that impacts guests on the casino floor, in the hotel, and in the restaurants. It's also her job to keep the big rollers happy and coming back, and to seek out new big players and entice them to the casino. Summer is well suited to the work, tall and leggy with long, shining black hair, dark eyes, and an aquiline, slightly hooked nose. She resembles a sexier version of an Indian Disney princess, although the last employee who called her Pocahontas, well, actually he called her Pocahon because he was fired before he got the last syllable out of his mouth. Charming, smarter than hell, and with a head for numbers, she's worth every cent of her $75,000 annual salary, plus bonuses when she raises the ATP, the average amount players spend, which she does every year. Summer likes her money. She knows what having money means because she knows what not having money means. Growing up poor right here on the reservation with 2 alcoholic parents, she decided at an early age that wasn't going to be her life. We grew up on hamburger helper, she has said, often without the hamburger. She studied her way to a scholarship at SDSU, double majored in business management and accounting, and because the casino had to hire a certain percentage of reservation people in executive positions, Summer was a natural choice. She started as a hostess and quickly moved up to her present job. At which she is very good. Her staff likes, admires, respects, and fears her. This last because she has a quick trigger finger. I've never regretted firing anyone, she said. I've only regretted not firing them sooner. You do your job for Summer, or you don't have your job. Because if you do that job, she has your back all the way. She'll back you against customers, upper management, whomever. It doesn't matter. Take the meeting this morning when Summer went head-to-head with the chief of security. There's a customer constantly harassing my female servers, Summer said. Where is security? How is that a security threat? The chief asked. How is it not? Summer asked. A server has a right to bring a drink without this guy grabbing her boob. What do you want my guys to do? Remove him, Summer said. He's a big player, the floor manager said. Have you looked at his ATP? I have, Summer said. I can bring in someone else who will spend as much money without assaulting my servers. Assaulting? The floor manager asked. That's what it is. The security chief said, in this business, do you want me to remove him? Summer asked, or do you want me to do it? Do you want to remove him or do you want me to do it? Because if I do it, he's going out horizontally, not vertically. They believed her. That afternoon she came into the 19th hole after playing her once-a-week Wednesday round at a course out in the desert. Highland caught her eye as she sat down at the next table with her Arnold Palmer. How was your round? He asked. Subpar, Summers said, letting the ambiguity stand. Yours? I don't play, Highland said. I just like looking at the course, and this is the best restaurant around. Let me see, is this one of like the other standalone stories maybe? It's not like the full book, you know? Well, let's see how long the parts are. I guess the table of contents says, but let me take a look. Just curious, yeah, it goes final score on the Sunday list. It is 40 pages. That is a 40-page story. And then it goes to the other ones. So yeah, 40 pages. Why don't we just pick it up from there? We'll finish at least that one, decide if we want to read another one. But yeah, it's a good one to start with, you know. Alright, we'll pick it up from there later. Just read, a few pages of that at a time. We read about 10 pages now, so that's pretty good. And Conan, it's a little shorter, but we'll get to that more soon. That will be fantastic. Alright. Moving on for now. Only thing is I'm thinking, should I restream for Fortnite and such, copyright, stuff like that? I suppose not a big deal. Just certain things like I play with random hunters on Discord or so, and hunters, so that would be different, but probably not gonna do that tonight. Alright. Anyway, yeah, that was interesting. Some good books. Good start to our evening. We'll show some other replays and things. We'll certainly pick it up from there. Yeah, that was interesting. Kind of the average typical amount that I read at a time, you know. So, good start there. Moving right along. Pick it up from there. Yeah, kind of the average typical amount that I read at a time, you know. So, good start there. Alright. Good for now. Light. I'll turn my other light on. It's whatever. Okay, a little Fortnite then. Yeah, I guess we don't really need to restream unless it's, something specific. So let's just switch on over to Fortnite. So Monday, yeah, good couple books to start with. I'm happy to have started those. Pretty interesting. Fortnite we go for now. Show you a couple little replays and see what else. Yeah, the Blitz were pretty good, but I think for the most part, just show the reload one, focus on that one. Battle Royale that I finished number 3, maybe worth showing as well. Yeah, let me just check out those couple rounds. I'll show you the new pets and all, of course. Excited to show you those. Well, I had the dragon lately. You've seen the dragon a few times. Spike. Scales is his name, Scales. But I'll also show you the new purple dog. Let's take a look. Got the win, Samuel Jackson yesterday. There he is. There, the purple dog, very nice. So, yep, there he is. Take a look now. 3 plays for move on to new adventures tonight. My Elite 2 yesterday. Okay, couple replays. Take a look at the highlights here. Be fantastic. Okay, that was a blitz win. Yeah, 5 minutes. This is the battle royale. 3 position, 4 elims. Then we had the reload, 6 elims. But this is the ranked one. A little more prestigious, I guess. Just because it's ranked, you usually got killed very quickly at rank. But this time was actually able to last a good amount of time. Daenerys are the ones. Alright, take a look. Good lobby music there. Yeah, all my kills at the end there, as you can see. It's a lot of just navigating the map. Was here at the build one at the beginning, people close by. That sort of stuff. Just had a lot of, in between navigating the map. Didn't start fighting to the last couple minutes here, looks like. That is funny. Let's go to gameplay. Alright, so our 4 kills. That new back bling. Also got the Carbonite back bling. Star Wars. Some good fun there. You can hear it decently. Yeah, the llama's pretty helpful. It's nice to get the llama in ranked, especially. Yeah, the llama's pretty helpful. It's nice to get the llama in ranked. Make sure we're good. Check everything out here.
An FPS?
But one of the toughest to break in a certain amount of time, you know what I mean? That's also the first hour, I'm pretty sure Price Tag ever played. So they've learned. Have you played Active Matter? I have played Active Matter. I didn't play very much of it though. It seems like a good game. I just haven't had the time to go through it. But I did play it. I think I played maybe 2 hours. 2 hours of Active Matter. So once again, not enough time to really have a take. But I liked it. I liked what I was seeing.
Checking a couple things.
She's cool. Seems like a vibe.
Alright, got the llama here. This guy followed into the bush after I was initially shooting at him on the railings or so. Those little zipline things. Some interesting combo there. Didn't actually see him there at the very end. Shotgun him. Then we have our cascade of final kills here. The guys, the melees, relentless melees. There was a guy with a sword here, actually, a Typhoon Blade, I think. Yeah, that's some interesting ones. A lot of people back and forth, chasing each other. A lot of that, just had some pretty lucky things with the llama. Some lucky angles, some lucky kills. The shield bubble, Heal pretty quickly makes a difference. To be sure. The little puppy cheering me on, This guy right here. Trying to shotgun me from that range. But I got him. Yep, that was the last kill. Sped along here. A few good kills in sequence, you know, mainly just the right position, the right angle. Made the difference there. Yeah, it's hard to recover from this, but I tried, you know. I was getting a little too showboating. About 4 spectators at that point. It was the third, you know, in the round. Third person, so. Showboating a little too much. And I died from that. But at least it was Daenerys, fellow Daenerys there. And plays Daenerys the next round as well. Got a good blitz win. Targaryen sigil, of course. But then more exciting. After the blitz win was the reload win. So yeah, that was the third. The blitz is, you know, just 5 minutes. Pretty easy blitz as Daenerys, Targaryen sigil. Victory, of course. Emote. Just show you the emote. Doesn't matter who does it, you know. Gotta represent for the good victory royale. But after that, I had a pretty solid reload right here. And that was a win with the 60 limbs, a lot of back and forth. Did use my 2 reloads towards the end, but was able to come out on top after that. Let's check that one out. Just, you know, show the highlights again. Before we move on to some more rounds here, put some music on since it is a very grindy, frustrating, silly combat system. Alright, so this is the reload. We got Laura Croft and things. So, let me show you the highlights, which aren't always just the kills, but you know, the kills make it easier to track, so that's why I'm showing those. Do gameplay again. Got a couple guys. Taunted this guy up here just because he was trying to use like the crouch method, you know, shooting crouch method against me. So once I finish him, I taunt him a little bit. And the next, this guy is a bot, pretty sure, but nice and quick finisher there. To our last 3 kills, but between the 2 deaths in between those. This guy running at me with the grappling hook. You heard me there. Able to shotgun the grappling hook quite quickly. It's good, it's fun to use, but you know, shotguns typically beat most melee weapons. First death here. This guy up top. Almost got him. If I had just punched him one more time, I think he would have been dead. I punched him a lot, but I stopped moving at that point. He's able to shotgun me pretty quickly. I instantly fly back here, fighting this other guy. I'm trying to put the grenades out, get out of there, sign, but I can't quite select them and use them in time. Get splattered there. This guy hides there for a while. Final 2 kills. Let's check out the exciting finish. This guy hiding right here. I guess he didn't notice me at first because he's indeed not looking at me. Quick few shotguns. Finishes him. Grab his crown after I restore shields. Get his scatter shotgun. I forgot what that one was called, but it was a good one. Legendary, yep, shotgun there. Prepare for the final battle here. It is indeed 1v1 at this point. Heal up is about 20 or 30 health at that point, so good to have. Such a cute little puppy. Purple puppy. So I wasn't sure exactly where he was now. I thought maybe there. Funny, the tree got destroyed after I was shooting at it. Now he comes from there. Able to hit a few shots there. Able to avoid the punch here, which helps me. Hit him good there. Solid time there. Last bit here. I'm able to slide, get the good headshot. Attention span. Alright, scan the bullets. And another Targaryen sigil for our victory royale. Purple puppy included. And that was good stuff. So it was just more exciting reload than usual. Sometimes reload has been even more frustrating, it just depends. Not the biggest fan of the combat system. I'm going to go to Chivalry again probably soon. So if we play any Hunt tonight, I want to get more to Baldur's Gate, of course. We had a lot of fun last time. with Raphael at House of Hope. So picking it from there. I'll get the VODs up later tonight for sure. But it's great to finally have a day. Look forward to a free day tomorrow. It's been quite a while. Free day. Fantastic. Star Wars copyright, like I was talking about. Not a big deal. I mean, just a little copyright. Certain parts of the VOD will be muted, whatever. We saw the readings earlier. We can always separate the readings if needed, I'm sure, you know. For the most part, that's fine. Let's get started with the reload, I guess. I don't know if the crown carries over reload to Battle Royale anymore, just like, you know, Blitz doesn't do that anymore. I'm not entirely sure. I know reload it definitely would. Let's see if it does carry over reload to Battle Royale. It used to, but they changed it, you know. So, we'll see if it does carry over or not. Just curious, you know. Reload smaller maps, so Battle Royale I feel like is a better one. There's that purple puppy, look at him. Show Family the dog real quick. A nice purple puppy. I'll show you what his name is. I guess you haven't seen his name yet. I'll give you a hint. Made him purple. The red one was nice. It's kind of like a dark red wine or something. I was definitely considering the red, but I figured, you know, I already had the Scales Dragon, I already had the Raptor. Meat Boy is also red. That's kind of enough red companions for now. Why don't we just do some purple, a little different, you know. So I switched him over. Yep, he is indeed Twitch Dragon. Just like my Argonian, purple Argonian. Yeah, I figured I'd probably have enough red ones. Nice, it shows what they actually look like in the portrait here. Yeah, eventually when I get the other profile picture, all that, or the banner. Yeah, where's my Scales? See, there's the Raptor. Where's Scales? Yeah, I have this one purple too, actually. I feel like I should have Scales. Banner icon as well. Unlock it eventually, we'll see. With the cats. Milk. Oh, I do have the crown, see? So Blitz doesn't count anymore, but regular reload and Battle Royale do keep the crown. So that's good. Moving on here. A little bit with their friend, other things. Silly. Anyway, moving on. Let's try and keep that crown for a bit. The mountains would be nice. Fake Teletubbies or offline Teletubbies lately. For the most part, I'm going to try not to worry about them unless I really interact with them directly. If I just see them on the kill feed here. I thought there was something you could actually turn off the kill feed, but I don't know if that was actually true or not. Maybe it was like they outdated it or something. It's not a big deal. There might be a way. Oh well, just different names, you know. The camera's in front of it anyway, it's not a big deal. Alright, well, here we go. Keep that crown alive for a few minutes at least. Not the easiest thing. This is a good one, actually. Close to the fortress that I was planning, but we have the bush here, so that's good. Right, I'll try to get some basic armaments at least. Flex our stuff later, you know. Got that OXR knife. It's a funny one, it's just a knife under a shield, basically. No revolver yet, but we'll be alright. We got the big pot. No small pots in sight. If I want to keep risking it or not. You know, the crown is kind of precious. Hard-earned crowns, now that Blitz doesn't give you them anymore. I mean, that was fun while it lasted. The very start of Blitz. Let's check that tower, I guess. Put on some music shortly. I was excited about the crown, you know. We'll play ranked after this round, however it goes, though. Ranked, actually similar gameplay, just fight at the end mainly, like I used to do other seasons, but shall see. The back guitar, pretty popular one. Alright, good enough here. One zip line, skyline, Skynet, skyline, conquer, Black Knight. So there's Spam Waterson. They dress up as the Black Knight. Actually, I like their arm in a sling. It's pretty sweet. Took the arm off. See some good things like that. It's pretty cool. Oh. You bought, yeah. More damage than they should have done. Probably just disregard the rivalry, to be honest. I'm trying to stay in these bushes, but that didn't work out. The buildings are the safest place, but whoever looted it has probably moved on. I guess we'll see. It's a pretty dangerous house, actually. I'm maybe getting attacked here. It's hard to maintain your footing. Gets destroyed easily too. Check the rooms real quick. No surprises, please. That's good enough for now, yeah. Pretty much good. I was having the bug yesterday. Yeah, last night you couldn't sprint from crouch. You had to stand up again. I think that was either a spray paint bug or just, it said from May 2026. It's a newer bug, but yeah, I just could not sprint at all while crouch walking. You had to stand up manually before you could sprint again. So that threw me off a little bit, but still had some good rounds, as you saw. Played pretty casually, you know, I'm certainly not trying to be the #1 Fortnite player at any point here. Or even the top, you know, like freaking Unreal can't believe 20,000 players. That's so insane to me. Spent all that time getting Unreal. It's like, oh yeah, now you're positioned 20,000. It makes sense, you know, it's a free game. It's a simple game. Definitely not as complicated like Dark and Darker, Hunter, other things. Even Chivalry, I feel like it's in some ways more complicated, but you know, it has less weapons and tools and things for sure. Utilities, definitely. Buffet here, taquitos, hot dogs, very nice. Yeah, I'll get his emote later, see if the clothes are worth it. I like the breastplate on the dragon, but for the most part I don't like many of their clothes. I think Meat Boy really got, it just has the 2 styles, yeah. Oh, contract here. So we'll go for it, I guess. Can't use the skyline well. There like that. Fighting over it. Sounds like they are. Trying to sneak in there. Oh, he's fighting the Squibbly. Is that one of those scanners? Yeah. I think so. I want to remain hidden, to be honest. I don't know. It's like I want the contract for the points. I haven't even found a rivalry station yet. Maybe I should go to that first, to be honest. I don't know. Let's see how this goes, I guess. Wrong good, wrong good. That'll work. One crown to another, I guess. Take the bunker, maybe. Let me grab this first. I guess I'm alright without the bunker. Nothing fancy to flex on them. It was just straightforward combat, you know. I came for one reason. That was this. Clean my other stuff. heal up. Oh, that's expensive. Be sure to heal before I leave. Okay, we need that daily XP. Anything else here? Well, I have the crown, you know. Expensive. Can you just upgrade them? Yeah. Guess I could take a twister. Try it out again. Just at 1 DPS, at least for the moment. Will be good. Interesting little fight there, kind of back and forth, you know, whatever we have at our disposal. Still 1 DPS, so we'll be fine. Try and make some ground here. Oh, it's not too far, so that's good. Not the worst time getting up. Only 3 charges on this though, that's all I got. Just about there. 27 damage. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I mean, it accelerates. I was trying the cube SMG is like little explosive cubes. It detonates after you shoot it, so the bullet's like lodged in structures or enemies. Explodes a little bit. It was pretty fun to use. That was on reload though. So elite weapons like the Morphite stuff. Bouncing baby boom. Just for the fun of it, really. Oh, careful. Good thing I had the overshield, huh? Yeah. I'm gonna go to the sandy strip. Play the round out for what it's worth. Play some of the desert sand music. Walk across the desert sand. Oh, somebody right there. Take it steady then. Still have a basic shotgun, but work with what you have. Don't want to give away the element of surprise if I don't have to. You know? Sometimes I'll see you early, but generally you're a lot more stealthy without making footstep noises. It's funny how big of a difference that makes, you know, actual visual indication of sound. Players nearby. Quite different than audio only. Make sure he's not in there. That'd be a little awkward. Having enough things going on in the background, but it's okay. It's good fun. Moving on. Get that higher as follower. Might as well. Waits there, yeah, probably waits there. At that point, right? I would think so. Crouch walks too, though. It's actual follower. Experience. That's pretty sweet. I didn't really realize that much.
is fast, painless.
And yet, vocation such as ours is always paid in agony.
Yep, that hurt. Fucking sniping bastard. Couldn't do much against that. What an asshole. Freaking Spider-Man from the lobby, of course. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm not very good with the Vector, but obviously it is very powerful. If you know how to use it. Son of a gun. On we go. Did what I could, you know. Besides, I don't even know where he was shooting me from. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes. Naga caustic. That caustic brine, you know. Alright, let's check out our first match protected for Elite 3. We're almost at Champion 1. Now that they've added the extra 6 levels. Or 4 levels. Well, we do have another month, just about, almost a month. I need to claim some of these, I realize. Look at this silly guy. So silly. Squiggly family. Why you hate the other fish so much, Squid? What did he do to you? Just a blood feud or something? You're funny. Alright, put on some chill tunes such as Dim. And we'll have some fun here. Made it. of the bitch. Nearly had that default bastard. So close, man. So close. Bunch of bullshit there. So close to getting them. If I didn't switch out the shotgun, I probably could, but I switched to the rifle. So annoying. That's just frustrating as hell. Job of these, yeah. Not money, that's for sure. Love is power. That's a nice one. It just takes a lot to unlock their icon for some reason. Little combat. Where the side kick stuff is. Almost had that guy if I didn't miss, the first shotgun and I stayed with shotgun at the end. That might have helped too. would have let them live if they had done that a second earlier. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely would have let them live if they had just done that a little bit earlier, you know? Oh, sorry, Cat.
LOL. Moi. Hey.
Talking about, baby, that Magnum. I'll clip it later. I think it's too late now. No, it's fine. I don't really need the rifle now. Just gotta use it more sparingly. This is also a sniper, so. The creator, that Tyler creator, yeah. I think that's some of his nicknames. What is happening? No apparent reason. I have 800 ping. Ugh, that is really unfortunate. Nope. That full damage of all things. Yes! I don't care if I had to outplay the freaking sniper, man. A victory is a victory. There it is. Whew! Intense, man. But we made it work, you know. They might be slightly overpowered items, but you saw how overpowered his freaking sniping was there. Easily could have got me there if I had, you know, healed enough. Whew. Good stuff. Good stuff. There it is. Not too bad. Exciting. Good fun. Soap in there. 6 victory royale crown for the season. Rematch. What is that? He wants to 1v1. That's funny. I didn't know you could do that. Interesting. Maybe it starts the next match with a rivalry or something, possibly. That's pretty cool. Oh well, we got it. We got it. Nah, that's good for now. You know, I wasn't planning to stay on much longer, so let's move on. Back in a second. Alrighty, good stuff. Good for now. We'll claim some of those passes next time. Yeah, I'll start with that next time. But good fun for now. Pretty good stuff. Excitement. Nice up in there. It was a good time, you know, and I actually had the right, weapons and such there. Much better than snipers. Not that I don't like snipers, you saw my good sniper clips. Yeah, make sure we clip that Magnum one. Let me just clip that real quick, I guess. Alright, she'll take intermission here shortly. Maybe best to restream after that, just to more, you know, selective VODs, less long VODs. I don't know. It's a live intermission tonight. We just come back, you know, more tonight. A few minutes before intermission, let's what should we do? Red Dead. Spin longer on, or I'm gonna play Hunt, Bounty Clash, Baldur's Gate tonight. Maybe a little Chivalry. Just a little Chivalry. Yeah, why not? And then we'll get to Other Good Adventures upon restream tonight. Yeah, I think it'll be a great night to stay up a bit, since I don't have to be up till early Wednesday morning. Chivalry 2. Very good. XP, that's right. Throwing mallets. Devastator has the mallets, right? Devastator, yeah. Been missing Chivalry. Play a few minutes on. See how the rest of the night looks. tower already destroyed and people fighting in the background.
Pull back! We shall return in glory! Out of the question. I must...
Foothold secured! Ha! The masons have fled into the highlands! Ungapian, topple those ridiculous pagan stones!
May you see
Vengeance for
when your
Galencourt!
eyes are closed.
Well, there's my knife.
This is disaster. For foul! Surely this cannot be your will. May your blade be your shield. It won't work. I cannot. Never! Help! I am overtaken by shadow! Have mercy. Our Lord and Priest. Heathens!
Been a few days soon.
Place your bed elsewhere. Here they come, catastrophe. I beseech thee, holy light, send me aid! Not happening. Assemble ye men of faith. We stand stronger in union. May your virtue stand tall as a tower. Greetings. The Mason reign before the holy. Their breath shall be as a still breeze. Their silhouette of columns of easy shadow. Keep toppling them. Form up! Wretched will fall beneath our combined strength.
Whoops! My folly!
May your blessings outnumber the flora of the field. By the light. his will. Our Lord agrees. Praise be. Thank him. We bask in his protection. The righteous stand, the wretched fall. Not happening. Ow! Rebels! Brother, I vow to return the favor.
Most of the pagan chieftains have fallen! Put the rest to the sword!
Come, I will shepherd us through the fray. Follow me in faith. The darkness encircles us. Make your escape.
Longsword is definitely faster.
Desert!
Abhorrent and the orb
the archers! Never! troops left!
For the Iron Claw! You fought well, but for the wrong side.
Only 20 Tenosians remain!
Let's play some sheep tag.
The lion dies today!
They're down to 10 troops left! We only have 30 troops left! 5 remain!
Agatha, it's finished! Down with the lion! The order!
We are victorious!
It's a fun one, yeah. Good fun. I probably couldn't top that tonight, so that's a good one to leave it on. We'll come back from intermission, Baldur's Gate, or other things. Yeah, it was fun. Good game. Good fun. For the order. Well, yeah, rather lose to Tenosia than the kitty cats. It wasn't bad, you know. Good sequence. Cavalry makes quite the difference, as you can see. It's a good cavalry map. I want to play Hippodrome again. I haven't played that one in so long. They just took it out of the rotation, or I just keep getting unlucky, but we'll pick it up from there. See you after intermission, and we shall return. Good fun. Pretty good fun. Pick it up soon.
For the Iron Claw! For the red and black!
Just one more life is fine, you know. One life rule.
The lion dies today! Ermoric and the Order!
There I am, man. You can see me.
Slaughter these traitors in their own fields! Infantry, burn the village and slaughter the peasants!